Good morning, everybody. So today is Thursday, March 10th. It is day 25 of my walk 2 miles every day for 90 days challenge. I have completed my 2 mile walk. I woke up a little bit later than I wanted to this morning, but I got up, got my walk in. I was able to complete my walk before 7 o'clock, so that's a plus. I'll be headed inside in a minute, get cleaned up so I can head out to work. But I the other day I believe I mentioned I was going to a chiropractor. I was supposed to go to a chiropractor appointment the other day, and I didn't make it. I actually found myself so busy with work that I completely forgot about my appointment. And normally, I put my appointments in my calendar, and usually things like that, I will put reminders on to remind me an hour or 2 hours ahead of time, so I don't forget. Because I tend to have a bad habit when I'm working of getting to a point of busyness where I don't think about anything else except for what I'm focused on. And it gets to be a problem. It used to be a really big problem of mine. Uh, I'm sure you guys have heard of, you know, being so busy you can't do anything else. Well, that's just not true. It's all about how you view things and how you look at the big picture. A lot of the busyness that we do is unnecessary. And I have learned that through this course I'm taking. It is something I am working on and I will continue to work on until I master it. I find myself busying myself with things that are not important, that could be done by somebody else or don't even need to be done at all. I just do it to keep busy, and it makes me look busy and feel important. In reality, it hurts me. It's like being too busy to stop and put gas in your car. And then what happens? You run out of gas and you're stuck. What do? You know, people in relationships out there get so busy at work that they can't focus on their relationship. And their excuse is they're busy. That's a joke. It's ridiculous. Your relationship, whether it's with friends, family, or a loved one, is more important than anything you do. And don't get me wrong, work is important, finances are important, but are you seriously going to get to a point to where you're so busy you can't work on those things? Your relationships? It's it damages so many lives and hurts a lot of feelings when you put yourself in a place of busyness to where you're so busy you can't focus on loved ones, families, friends, relationships, period. And you end up losing people, the ones you love. You push people away all because you were too busy. And if you actually step back, and I've done this exercise quite a few times since I started this course with Antra back in October and November, where I'll sit down and I'll write down the busy things I do and actually sit there and look at them. And when you do this, and you actually take a look at what kept you busy from doing something else, like what kept me so busy that I couldn't spend time with my 11-year-old? What kept me busy that I couldn't spend time with my wife? What kept me busy that I couldn't reach out and contact my mom or other family, friends? And when you sit down and look at the big picture, the stuff that kept you busy actually wasn't important at all. And believe it or not, it'll blow your mind how much busy stuff you do that is completely irrelevant in life and is not needed. You just make it relevant with your thoughts and your actions. And it actually takes work. It takes exercise. It takes thought to actually put into the matter and think about. Because if you don't think about it and you don't do the exercise, and you're just going to sit there and use the excuse of I'm too busy, I'm too busy, I'm too busy your whole life, and it's going to get you nowhere. You're going to lose your loved ones, you're going to lose your family, you're going to push everyone away, and it's not a good place to be. I know this from experience. I was in a job before the job I was at before where I'm at now. I was working 80 to 100 hours a week, and I found myself so busy, and I told myself that it was the job that kept me busy. It was the boss that kept me busy. And yes, he pushed. Don't get me wrong. He pushed like I don't know what, but it was all me. It was how I thought, how I interpreted things. To blame my boss, to blame my work for my incapabilities or my deficiencies is an excuse for me not to better myself. It's an excuse for me not to better my relationships. It's an excuse for me not to better communication. And it's up to me and my mindset, how I think about it, how I look at the matter. It's up to me to do the exercises in my heart and in my head to actually write down the things that I'm doing. What can I do to fix this situation? What can I do to remove some of these busy tasks that I'm doing that aren't really important to my business? They're not even important to my boss. They're not important to myself. I used to be so upset and angry and negative and mad all the time, every single day, because I would work so hard and keep myself so busy, and everybody was angry with me. And I never understood why. And all I did was blame my wife for the anger when I got home, or I would blame my children for their acting out, or I would blame my boss, or make excuses as to why I was so busy. And I never actually sat back and focused on myself, what I was doing, what I was thinking, how I was feeling. And what it all boils down to is yourself and how you think about it, how you feel about it, how you respond to it. And until you can learn how to embrace the power of self-control and learn how to, how can I put this? Learn how to control your emotions, control your thoughts, control your responses in a more positive way and not so negative, and to not busy yourself with all the non-important details in life to where you cannot fix your relationships, or you cannot work on yourself, your health. So many people out there say they're so busy they don't have time to work out. They're so busy they don't have time to learn something. They're so busy they don't have time to make friends, to take a break. It's all an excuse. It's actually funny in a way, because the busyness is actually a form of laziness. It's an excuse to not have to do the hard work that is needed to become a more positive, a more influential, a more happy, a more loving person. And it's almost it's almost difficult to think about it that way, but it's true. You make yourself so busy that you can't do things. In a way, you're being lazy by being busy. And if you actually really sit down and think about it, and I mean sit down and really think about it. I mean, a lot of people will probably watch this video and think, this guy's stupid, he don't know what he's talking about. Well, you know what? You keep thinking like that because you're not going to better yourself. You're not going to improve yourself. You need to actually step up and change how you think about everything if you want to better yourself. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going to better myself. I'm committed to it. I love my family. I love my wife. I love my friends. I love my relationships. And so the other day, I'll get back to it. I was talking about I didn't go to a chiropractor appointment because I found myself too busy to think about what needed to be done. And I missed my appointment. So I've rescheduled. It is in my calendar. I will remember to put it in my calendar on a regular basis. And I will go to my appointment today. So remember, guys, use calendars, do what needs to be done, and sit back and don't be too busy to focus on yourself and your relationships. Don't be lazy to a point where you make excuses that you're too busy, that you can't better yourself and your relationships. So with that said, guys, today is day 25 of 90. Walk 2 miles every day. I am committed to do this. I will do this. I will bring you guys on this journey with me. I hope that this inspires some of you to get up off of your butts and do something to better yourself. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later.